Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're making a Skor cookie. Skor is a candy bar sold here in Canada and parts of the US, I think. It is a toffee bar covered in chocolate. So I've got toffee bits and chocolate chunks. I'm working on some cookies to take in the plane. Julie and I are flying to raise money for Hope Air. Hope Air is a Canadian charity that connects people with health issues with transportation from more remote parts of Canada to where they can get treatment. So I work every year to raise money for this charity. I think it's a very important charity. And last year, you, my viewers, donated just about $40,000 to the cause. And I thank you so much for that. So this August, Julie and I are flying with the group, and we're flying across the east coast of Canada. We're making stops in Halifax, St. John's, a couple other places in Newfoundland, Labrador, and Quebec to raise awareness about the charity, to get the word out that the charity is there and that there is this need, but also to raise money. So there'll be more information about Hope Air down below. And there's nothing like a cookie on a long flight. So we're creaming together the butter and the sugars. Pretty standard cookie recipe. So in goes the white sugar. And we'll put the brown sugar in as well. There we go. And we'll cream that together until it's light and fluffy. And while that's happening, we'll deal with our dry ingredients. So I've got flour, salt, and baking soda. And we'll give that a bit of a stir. So this is basic cookie, like really basic cookie. When you look in Canadian cookbooks from the late 1700s, early 1800s, American cookbooks for that matter, this is something that would be in the small cakes section, and it would just be called cookie. And it would be just the basic butter, sugar, flour type deal. Baking soda and baking powder don't get added until the 1850s when they are commercially available. But from 1850 on, this is the basic recipe, and then you just have the add-ins. Vanilla is something that doesn't really happen until about the same time as the baking soda and baking powder. Most people couldn't get their hands on vanilla or could not afford vanilla if they could get their hands on it because it just was not commercially available. So this basic recipe is found in hundreds and hundreds of cookbooks from that time period of, say, 1850 to 1900. And then they start to get add-ins, and that's where you start to see other things put into it. Dried fruits, raisins, chocolate eventually comes in with the Toll House cookie, a little bit of vanilla. It is really wild to me that the chocolate chip cookie is just someone decided to chop up a chocolate bar and put it in the basic cookie recipe. I mean, there's variations on this. Proportions of butter to flour, proportions of butter to sugar that are going to give you different textures and different flavor. But for the most part, the proportions aren't all that different between the various cookie recipes. So now we're going to spoon in the flour, a little bit at a time. Don't overwhelm the mixer. I guess what I'm saying is whatever add-ins you want. Take this basic dough, add in whatever you want. Whatever chips or chunks or dried fruit that you like. I recently made one with chocolate chips and dried blueberries. Slightly different proportions in this mix for the cookie part of it. Oh, and I put rye flour in that too. So play with the flours. So many options. I guess what I'm saying is make your own discoveries. Take this basic dough, add in whatever you want, and create your own cookie. And then call it whatever you want. So, in go the toffee bits and the chocolate chunks, and I'll probably take it off the mixer and do the rest by hand. So tell me, what's your favorite add-in in a cookie? Cranberries? Dried cranberries? I think those would be pretty good. Is there something regional where you live that I might not know about? Is there a certain candy bar somewhere that I might not know about that you put in a cookie batter? Let me know down below. I'd love trying out new things. So I'm going to cook these basic cookie. 350 degrees, probably 12 to 15 minutes. I might even, I don't know, might freeze half of this dough because we probably don't need all of the cookies. And that's another thing. I will put them on a tray, stick them in the freezer, like I'll portion them like this, stick them in the freezer, and then cook them from frozen at 350 degrees and maybe add 2 or 3 minutes to the cooking time. Cookies are really easy. You can look in the oven and tell when a cookie is done. So, you know, if you come back at 12 minutes, you're going to know whether it's going to need another minute or two. So easy. And last one into the oven.
Are those cookies cool yet?
Yep.
Perfect. Then I am here to taste the next set of cookies. Hey, friends. Good to see you.
So, I'm not going to tell you what these are.
They look crispy.
They are still hot out of the oven.
But cool enough.
I hope so. Otherwise,
Is it chocolate? It was a good cookie. I mean,
yeah,
they meet all my requirements of a good cookie.
Yeah.
Butter, sugar, you know.
the little score bits are nice. They've melted in there with the chocolate. Still warm from the oven.
We're not going to say much. We're just going to keep shoving this in our mouths.
So these will be coming with us in August on the Hope Air trip. So we'll need some snacks between Halifax and St. John's.
Oh, this is what you've designated?
Yes.
These are the ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the ones. If you don't know, I mean, I've probably alluded to it. This is February. You're seeing this in July or August. It's February, and over the last week, I've done every cookie recipe that you've seen play out on the channel since February.
It's hard.
In fact, the first cookie recipe was a chocolate chip sour cream cookie recipe that just came out like 3 days ago on the channel. And so we've tasted a lot of cookies. This is the one that we're bringing on Hope Air. I really like them. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.